Welcome to Zoom Introduction Part 2, where we're going to be looking at setting up a meeting. In your profile, after you've logged in using My Apps, you'll see on the left-hand side these choices. We're going to go to the Meetings choice, and this is where we're going to be working today. Okay, so now that we have set our umbrella settings, let's go and create a meeting. So you're going to want to create your virtual office hours, say, for your students, or you're going to want to create your actual classes that you're going to be on Zoom and that you're going to expect them to come and be on Zoom with you. So you're going to go to your profile again and click on meetings on the left-hand side, and then you'll come up with a list of the meetings that you've already scheduled. You'll be able to go to your personal room and you'll have templates. If you have an ongoing one that you always do, you can do it as a recurring meeting or you can have a meeting template. Let's talk about scheduling a meeting. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to click on schedule meeting and it will come up with this template. So I'm going to call this Google Classroom Virtual Office Hour, say. All right. I can do a description if I want to. If I had one that I already created for a virtual office hour, I could create it as a template and I would just pick it as a template and it would take all of the settings for that. But for this one, say it is on the 8th, say it is 1, it's 2, it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It's a 1 hour duration. Don't worry about this as in it won't automatically end on you. It will be able to continue going, but this gives a good duration for who you are pushing this out to. You have your time zone. If this is a reoccurring meeting, say it's every Tuesday at 1 o'clock, you could click reoccurring and then you could say, oh, I want it weekly. I want it to repeat. I want it to be every Tuesday. I want it to end after 7 occurrences or whatever. You could do that. Or if it's just a one-time thing, probably for you all, you will have it as a reoccurring, especially if it's something that this class happens every Tuesday at 9 o'clock or whatever. So do the reoccurring meeting setting for that. You don't need to require registration. As a matter of fact, that's really not something for you at this point. In this case, notice everything that I set up in my settings earlier is already generated. So it says that it's going to generate the ID. It's going to require a passcode because I asked for that. Now, if in this case I thought no passcode would be needed, I could unclick it here and it would override that. I made sure that there was a waiting room. I have the video on for both the host and participant. Remember, they can always turn theirs off, but I have it on for starters. I have it for both. And again, these are those, I don't want to enable them to join. I want them to be muted. And again, these are ones that I didn't set before that I don't really want. This is where you would add an alternative host. And by the way, I'm on a Chromebook. So if you're on a desktop, this may look a little different. But on a Chromebook, you can actually add an alternative host here, and you would do it by email. So your co-teachers would be included in here, and then they could start the meeting as well. And so that's the good thing, is that they would be able to start the meeting as well. So then I'm going to go ahead and save this meeting. And now from this meeting, this is where I have that embedded link, right? I can copy the invitation. I can open it up. I can copy all the pieces, including phone numbers, if I want to. Most of your students will just need this link. So I can go ahead and copy this link. And this is the link that I would add to either Remind or Google Classroom for my students. Okay, I can also edit this meeting at any time, or maybe I want to make this a meeting template. I could do that as well. After I have set up my meeting, I can go ahead and after I've clicked in the meeting, I will then see it on my list of upcoming meetings. Here it is. From here, I can start directly from here, or I can click in it, and I can start the meeting from here. Remember, I can also edit it as well, but that's how I would start the meeting. That's how you set up your meetings. Now, I just want to make one more note just so you know, when you go to meetings and you have this personal room is your personal meeting room in Zoom, and it is the same URL. It never changes. I use this for my colleagues when I am setting up a fast meeting that I don't want to set up an actual scheduled meeting. I just want to give them a link and say, come on to my personal meeting room. Since this does not change, I would not use this for other things. I would not use this for your virtual office hours for your students or for your classes, because then it would be one link and anybody could come in at any time using that link. So if you're doing virtual office support or you're doing your classes, I would actually schedule one and have a unique code for each one. Thanks for watching part 2 of the Zoom introduction, setting up a meeting. If you'd like to learn more about hosting a meeting, check out part 3, where we'll be going over the settings in an actual meeting. Thanks for watching.